From the time we are born to the time we die, we are constantly under hypnotic patterns. Different kinds of hypnotic patterns at different point in time set by different people. Different kinds of people come and they want to say different kinds of things. There are certain kind of people who come to us and they talk to us about God. Essentially, it starts from our own family members. They speak about God, they introduce us to religion, they introduce us to good life, they introduce us to culture, they tell us what to speak, what not to speak, what to read, what not to read, whom to be with, whom not to be with. And essentially all those programs which are essentially not worked out in their own life. Discrimination begins right from our family. You are supposed to respect elders and you are to speak to them in a certain way, and when they speak to you they will disrespect you in that language. That means you cannot use the same language that your elders are using to you. Your elders can tell you are a stupid, but you cannot tell your elder stupid. That means if your mother calls you a stupid, it is fine. If your father calls you a stupid, it is fine, but you're not supposed to call your father stupid, you're not supposed to call your mother stupid. It's considered uncultural, it is considered disrespectful. If it is considered disrespectful, then why the hell are you talking like that to your children? You know that it is disrespectful language, then why are you using that language on your children? Any kind of an activity that is encouraged for a certain privileged society and is discouraged for a certain other kind of a society, that's what called as discrimination, and there are specific laws which states that every citizen in any country must be given the privilege to live with dignity. Then why the hell that is not happening in family? Now this is the hypnotic pattern which has shaped. This is the hypnotic pattern which has been introduced. This is the hypnotic pattern which is eradicating joy from family life. People are robbed completely of love. People are robbed of energy. Their energy is getting dissipated. And they're not able to experience a very joyful time with themselves, with the world. And this is happening in a very, very tragic way. This needs to stop. And only when this stops will you experience some profound levels of harmony, certain profound levels of freedom within yourself. If you don't experience that, it is not of any good. So we need to redefine the hypnotic patterns that we are under the influence of. The number one, reprogramming installation that needs to begin for the new generation and also for the existing generation, also for every people in the planet is this. Number one, understand that when you do not speak to a person with harmony, it is a disgraceful life. No other creature in the planet has that capacity to consciously create a loving emotion the way human being does. Very rarely do other creatures exist in other habitats. So as human beings, we should exercise this. It doesn't matter whether you're from Africa or you're from London, you're from Japan, France, China, India, Europe, any European country. You deserve to experience a joyful time here. And every human being must treat each other with respect and harmony. This number one conditioning must happen. Irrespective of caste, creed, all this rubbish knowledge which has gone deep inside every human being, where people are fighting on the basis of caste, people are discriminating on the basis of caste and creed, on the basis of color. It's all happening essentially because you're not realized you are one single race, human race. So much of discussion about equality will simply get wiped up from the planet if this is installed. That I must treat another human being with respect and dignity. Once we bring respect and dignity as a mandate, how can anybody abuse another person in the planet? That's the end of crime. That's the end of abuse. That's the end of treatment with, uncertainty. Uncertain behavior is completely eliminated. That's the end of all wars. Easily said than done. It is not so difficult. If the world leaders want, they can just implement this. The world leaders must take active responsibility in implementing laws where we are able to speak, it should be made mandatory. When everybody is joyful, when everybody is happy, people will naturally create an ecosystem where people are able to live a very joyful time. You don't have to run campaigns to tell that we need to control the population. 30 years, next 30 years, no more reproduction in the planet. All reproduction, as and when it is happening, as on date it is happening, that's it. No new more. No need to create another anywhere in the world. No more people in the planet for 30 years. And in this 30 years, you have to build a system where the next generation that is coming lives a very, very harmonious life. Absolutely amazing life. This is what needs to be created. This is what I call as a fantastic life. And this is when I call we created a heaven in this earth. Otherwise, we are heading towards, today, so much of discussion about climate change. You're talking about water crisis. You're talking about forest deforestation, which is happening, and now you need more trees. So everything which was there, it has been uprooted, and now you're running campaigns and you're rewarding people for the activity that they're doing to just plant what was already there. So do not live such an irresponsible life. The world leaders must come together and take conscious decision in empowering the humanity. Only the world leaders can make this happen, no one else. And when I mean world leaders, the presidents and the prime ministers of all the countries, the dictators of all the countries, the top businessmen of all the countries, they must amalgamate at a point and take a very conscious decision. Humanity must happen with serenity. This is the ultimate sacrifice that anybody can do. I feel this is the greatest sacrifice that anyone can do on this planet, is live your existing privileges and make it available to everybody. Fantastic. Stay blessed, stay energized, and have a great day.